Okay, this one here is all of 4 on the B1. Um, Again, big picture here. Let's talk about big picture stuff here, and then I'll work out the questions over here. Big picture things. If G is this integral, just hear me out here. G prime would be 2 plus f prime. Sorry, up times f of x. So, um, just some things to be aware of. Essentially, they're being kind of jerky here. They're throwing this 2x in, which is going to impact things, okay? Because that means it's not going to be when f is 0, it's going to be when f is negative 2, right? When f is negative 2, okay, if that went over your head, don't panic. If f is negative 2, that's when the derivative will be 0, right? So, again, this is the AP exam. They're throwing curveballs at us here. Normally, normally this is f, and then this is the integral of g. So that normally this is equal to g prime. Well, it's not quite g prime, is it? Right? It's g prime minus 2. G prime minus 2. Just if I move that 2 over to the side. So just some things to think about. Okay, so first question. What is g of 0 and what is g of negative 5? That's just a calculation. You just literally put the 0 in. Let's do the a here just to save some space, just in case I need it. 0, and then plus the integral from negative 2 to 0 of f. Okay, so from negative 2 to 0, here, that's that area there, right? That's the area there from negative 2 to 0. So I've got to do that calculation. What is that area there? Okay, so it's a trapezoid, right? So let's see what that means. So that'd be 0 plus, oh, okay, so let's see, 1/2 to the height of the first one is 2, and the height of the second one is 1. I didn't put that in, that's why, that was throwing it off. That's 1. Well, actually, it's the point. 0, 1. So the halves cancel, and I get 3. I ran out of room. 3. Bottles in the way. Put that there. 3. Anyway, it's basically that area, because when I put the 0 in there, it works out that way. So let's look at the B question. We're still on A. What happens if I put negative 5 in? Now, okay, now be careful here. That's going to be g of negative 5 is going to equal negative 10, right? Negative 5 times 2. And then I want to do it. Now be careful here. That's the integral from negative 2 to negative 5. That's backwards. So let's make it minus the integral from negative 5 to negative 2. So I'm going to need to figure out this here. But remember, this will, normally that counts for negative and that counts for positive. And actually the way I wrote it, then we're going to do that. I'm subtracting it. So again, if you do it this way, this is going to count for negative and that's going to count for positive. If you leave it like this, then that's going to count for positive and that's going to count for negative. So let me just kind of put a big bubble here, depending on how you think about it. Let's work this out. So that first triangle there, it is negative. So where did that cross over at? At 3. So this is 1 and that's 2. 1/2 base times out, so that area is 1. And then over here, what's the area of this? So that's negative 4 and 3, so is that 6? Now, be a little careful here, okay? Did I do that right? Somehow I think I screwed up.
So 3, oh, that's just 2. That's just 2, sorry about that. Sorry, this is 3. 3 to, the negative 3 to negative 5 is 2. So, this is 8. 1/2 8 is 4. So so now let me just say it again. So the area of this one's 4, the area of that one is 1. They're counter, so the total area is 3. Okay? So depending on whether, now, if you did it this way, you're going to count it as negative 3, and here you're going to count it as positive, you're going to subtract it. But in either case, you're going to have negative, oh, let me talk through that again. Negative 10. So if I count that as positive and that is negative, I'm doing it that way. So that's going to be 3. If I do it the right way, that's negative 4 and positive 1. So that's going to be. Okay, so I guess it might have been better just to leave it alone, huh? In either case, you're going to get negative 7. Again, notice that they're being a little bit challenging on that one. But that's a normal thing to do in an AP class, even in college. Some of the stuff, when I say it's weird, is just AP. That's not an unusual thing. Okay, B question. Find the derivative in turn, oh, I did that. I didn't even mean to do that. Wait, this is B. There's the derivative right there. So, I'd rather be lucky than smart, right? Now, on what intervals, if any, is it concave down? Okay, let's think about this. So this is C. I oddly answered B just in thinking about the question originally. Second derivative is concave up or down? Concave down. So second derivative is negative. So if this is the first derivative, then the second derivative would be oh, that's nice. That's just there we go. This will be more pleasant then. Is the derivative of is the second derivative of G is the first derivative of F, because this will be go to 0, thank God. So now this will actually be like normal. So when is G going to be concave down? When the second derivative is negative, or when this first derivative is negative. So when is the derivative negative? When the function is going down. So here and here. That's when f would be decreasing. And when f is decreasing, that means its derivative is negative. So what is that? Negative 2 to 0, and then 2 to 8. Negative 2 to 0, and then 2 to 8. Let's just check and see. Yeah, that's what they got to. And then they throw in this weird question at the end there. Last question. H is a composite function of G. Let's do the work on this. I like questions like this. This is pure algebra, right? H of x is G of x cubed plus 1. So what would the derivative be? H prime of x. Now make sure you realize G prime of x to the third plus 1 times 3x squared, right? So when I want to find G prime of 1, or sorry, H prime of 1, right? Just making sure it's 1. It's usually 1. Yeah, it is 1. So that's G prime of 2 times 3x squared. Now be careful. G prime of 2 is actually 2 plus f of 2. And remember, that 2 is the weird part that we normally haven't done before. Times 2. F of 2, you just literally look at the graph. F of 2 is 3. So this is going to be 5 times 6 is 30. Oh, what did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Oh, because I'm an idiot. That's a 1. So don't put a 1 there. Put a 1 there. Sorry about that. What's 1 squared? 1 squared is 1. So this is 3. And this is 15. Okay, that's 40. Oh, can you see it all? Just in case you couldn't see it, there it is at the very, very end.